course of Cebu, history quietly changed its course. Before us stands Queen Juana, known to her people as Mama, wife of Roma Roma. In this moment, she chooses a new faith, one brought by people from foreign land, led by Ferdinand Magellan. As holy water touches her brow, she is baptized into Christianity, taking the name Juana. Along with her, the rulers of Cebu and many of their people gain this an act that would shape the spiritual story of the nation. Magellan presents Queen Juana with a sacred gift, an image of the Santo Niño, the holy child Jesus. Small and born in great meaning, the Santo Niño becomes a symbol of faith, hope, and devotion, one that will endure for centuries. From this sacred encounter in Cebu was born a legacy that lives on in the hearts of the Cebuanos and the rest of the Filipino people. Long before the foreign sails touched these shores, life flowed with a rhythm of the land and sea. Along the banks of the Bahina River, in front of their amigos, the Babaylanes and Aso, the keepers of ritual and communicators to the spirits, guided the village, honoring the unseen forces that shaped their world. Cebuanos have long been spiritual people, and this deep sense of spirituality will in turn serve as seedbed for a faith whose seeds have already been planted. The farmers followed the seasons of the earth, planting, harvesting, and sustaining the community with patience and strength. Living in harmony with a sea that gave both bounty and triumph. Though introduced in baptism in 1521, when Magellan sailed away, the new faith faded from daily life. With no teachers to guide them, the people returned to the beliefs of their ancestors, as generations before them had done. 40 years passed. In time, the royal family and court of Cebu emerged once more, greeted by celebration, pride, and unity. Escrimadores, great warriors, danced in honor of their leader. Symbols of courage, readiness, and tradition. But beyond the horizon, unfamiliar sails appear. Sensing danger, gathered his people. To protect them, he chose to retreat over surrender, leading them away from the coast and into the elements. Then, thunder broke the silence. Flames rise where homes once stood. In resistance against the arriving foreign entities, the natives of Wano populations burned down their village. The sound of fire devours the silence, turning shelter into ash and memory into smoke. What was built by hand and heart is consumed in moments. Fields, boats, and stories carried by the wind. Yet even as the village burns, the spirit of the people does not. From the fire, endurance is forged, and from the ashes, a new chapter will rise. From the smoke of destruction, a new force arrives. In the year 1565, after more than 4 decades of silence, foreign sails once again appear on Cebu's horizon. They come not as explorers, but as settlers, conquerors. Led by Capitan General Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, the Spanish fleet anchors upon the same shores, bringing soldiers, missionaries, and the full weight of an empire. This time, they do not leave. The sound of drums and marching feet echoes across the land, signaling the beginning of a new order. For the people of Cebu, this arrival marks a turning point, one of resistance and submission, of fear and negotiation, of loss and transformation. From ashes and conflict, a city would rise. A new faith would take root, no longer fleeting, but enduring. And from this moment, Cebu would stand at the crossroads of its past and its future, as the first capital of the Philippines. From the ashes of a fallen village, something sacred endures. Beneath charred wood and broken earth, kept safe and tucked away like a priceless treasure, a small image is found, untouched by fire, unharmed by time. It is the Santo Niño, the same gift given to the natives roughly 40 years prior, has once again made a mark in history. Once given to a queen, now returned to her people. worlds meet, native and foreign, memory and destiny. With the raising of Santo Niño, a new era begins. An age shaped by faith, by ceremony, and by change. And the dance of history moves forward. Echoing the march of empire, the order of ceremony, and the confidence of a new rule. Bold, proud, and unmistakably Spanish, this dance marks the assertion of a new era. folklore meets Filipino spirit. In music and movement, a new culture dances to life. Centuries pass, and faith no longer arrives by sword or sail, but by devotion. In 1980, Cebu gives birth to Sinulog, a celebration of belief, gratitude, and identity. Prayers are whispered, and the faithful gather, young and old, rich and poor. What once began as a gift to a queen now lives in the hearts of millions. Through dance and devotion, the Santo Santo Niño continues to guide the people, and Cebu moves as one in faith, in rhythm, in praise. This marks the birth of Sinulog. This is our story. What began as a village became a city. What survived the flames became the festival. What once raised from the ashes now moves a nation. Tonight, the past, the present, and the future stand as one. To the beat of a new generation, to the rhythm of Cebu today. We dance not as many stories, but as one Senyor.
Performing Arts, Artistic Director Mike Jelor Pinirolio, Choreographer Edwin Clark Senyor, Salazar Colleges of Science and Institute of Technology, Sitla Salazar Dance Troupe, School President, Engineer Alton F. Salazar, Artistic Director and Choreographer, George Nazareno Villamor, University of San Jose Recoletos, USJR Adelante Dance Group, School President, Reverend Father Eduardo S. Santis Jr., OAR, Artistic Director and Choreographer, Camille B. Yes. Mandaue City School for Arts, School President, Dr. Leslie Joy P. Banda, Artistic Director and Choreographer, Giovanni Ray A. Lawrence, Indiana Aerospace University, Indiana Aerospace University Dance Troupe, University President, Dr. Jordan B. Torres, Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Harold E. Torres, Artistic Director, Dr. Jason D. Claudio, Choreographer, Jay Navarro and John Renete Templon, Mandaue Science High School, Mansa Dance Company, School Division Superintendent, Dr. Denito A. Tagata, School Principal, Leslie S. Camangyan, Artistic Director and Choreographer, June Oliver P. Figueroa, Avellana National School, Avellana National School Dance Troupe, School President, Evelyn Pielago, Artistic Director, Walter Benito, Choreographer, Christine Jill R. Bashar, University of Cebu, University of Cebu Dance Company, University Chairman, Attorney Augusto W. Gold, University President, Miss Candice Cotianui, Artistic Director, Victor Lim Halfuenco, Choreographer, Joseph Miguel J. M. Cantina, University of Southern Philippines Foundation, USDF Benicio Dance Troupe, School President, Dr. Amelia Biglete, Artistic Director, Glenn Albutra, Choreographer, Anyano Guillermo B. Ilanan, and Mary Rose Lai Mahay. Cebu Doctors University, Cebu Doctors University Dance Troupe, School President, Dr. Philip Anthony Santo Domingo Lanzama, Artistic Director, Catherine F. Vestal, Choreographer, Jerome A. Generalan, Cebu Institute of Technology University, Salamrisan Dance Troupe, School President, Engineer Bernard Nicolas E. Villamor, Artistic Director and Advisor, Dr. Bonnie Ann Augusto, Assistant Artistic Director, Rembrandt Dale Yetas Licato, Cebu Normal University, Cebu Normal University Kujabi Dance Troupe, School President and School Head, Dr. Daniel A. Araso Sr., Artistic Director, John Andrew H. Waliza, Choreographer, John Andrew H. Waliza and Miles Senyor, Cebu Technological University, CTU Dance Troupe, OIC School President, Dr. Pat Rui L. Pascual, University Dean for Student Affairs, Dr. Romeo P. Montecillo, University Cultural Director, Dr. Michael Dax G. Barla, Lapu-Lapu Cebu International College, Lapu-Lapu Cebu International College Dance Troupe, Executive Vice President, Dr. Angelo Maputi, Artistic Director, Ronald Brillantes Piedado, Choreographer, Miguel Ryan Rado, University of the Visayas. University of the Visayas Filipiniana Dance Troupe. School President, Dr. Conrado Enrico Jr. Artistic Director and Choreographer, Angelo Menchavez Manapsa. USC, University of San Carlos. University of San Carlos Dance Troupe. School President, Father Francisco Antonio T. Esteva, SVP. Artistic Director and Choreographer, Jose Miguel T. Kabasaka. Cebu Aeronautical Technical School, CATS Aero College Dance Troupe. School President, Captain Eugenio Carona. Artistic Director, Charlie Villanueva. Choreographer, Charlie Empinado. Our Miss Alpha Team Cebu 12 Paras with Miss Tracy Mary O. Ofranco, Cebuana Sea Games gold medalist, led by Cebu City head coach, Sophronia C. Ofranco. Sinulog 2026 Grand Launching would like to give special thanks to Stage Director Jude Oliver Figueroa, Creative Directors Dr. Michael Dax G. Barlaan and Catherine F. Vesto. Scriptwriters Alexis Yap and John Guarin. And overall Artistic Director Victor Hal Cuenco. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our amazing performers a big round of applause. We are united in faith and love in support for the Cebu City 2035 vision of a sustainable, smart, and inclusive Cebu City. Now everyone, join us in counting down to begin the grand fireworks display. From